Good morning. It is great to be here with all of you, and I think that this might be the coolest that the Capitol Rotunda has ever looked. And I think it's only fitting that it's on the day named after our state motto and one of the points of pride that we have here in Arkansas. So I want to officially welcome you all to celebrate Natural State Day here at the Capitol. And I want to give a special thank you to Secretary Shay Lewis, who does such an incredible job leading our agency. And Shay is the perfect fit to serve as secretary because he's not somebody who is just a great manager and encourager, but he's truly passionate about all things Arkansas, all things parks, heritage, and tourism, and we could not ask for a better person to lead that agency. So thank you, Shay. And all of our incredible team. I see a number of our parks, heritage, and tourism team and our Office of Outdoor Recreation team here. Thank you so much for your hard work and everything that you do, not just to make this day happen, but more importantly, to support those efforts here across the state. As many of you know, Arkansas's great outdoors are something that my husband and I care deeply about. Hardly a week goes by that Brian isn't hiking, mountain biking, hunting, fishing, or taking our kids on adventures around our state. In fact, he took our two boys up the hard side of Pinnacle on Sunday morning after church, and I'm proud to say that our 9 and 11-year-old beat him to the top. So he may not be the only adventurous one in our family. And while I may not be quite as adventurous as he is, I do always enjoy getting out with our family, whether it's at Pinnacle or Petit Jean or braving the cold to go duck hunting, as we have done a few times over this season. Whenever I'm talking to someone in Arkansas about tourism, inevitably there's one story that comes up over and over and over again. I'd love to say it was something that I did, but it's actually the contributions that my mom and dad made. Before he became governor, many of our state parks and wildlife management areas suffered from years of neglect. To fix that, my dad endorsed a new way to raise money for state parks and game and fish. It wasn't easy, and a lot of people didn't see the value of his proposal. So my parents took their campaign down the Arkansas and Mississippi rivers, stopping at different towns all along the way. My parents, if any of you know them, have very different styles in how they would approach that. So it's no shock that they went down the river very differently. My dad took a bass boat. My mom rode jet skis. And I say jet skis because it was plural, because I'm pretty sure she burned out 3 or 4 along the way. By the time their caravan reached the Mississippi, everyone in Arkansas and across the region was talking about what they were doing. The campaign clearly worked, and voters passed the funding proposal which revived our state parks and public and hunting fishing areas all across the state. Arkansas state parks and game and fish are now the envy of every other state in the country. Today, decades later, Arkansas's great outdoors are more popular than ever. In the last year alone, we have data for, we welcomed nearly 50 million visitors and $10 billion were spent while those individuals were here. A great thing for our state to celebrate. Both are records, and hardly a month goes by at this point where we aren't breaking tourism records here in Arkansas. But that doesn't mean that we're finished and that we're taking our foot off the gas. In fact, it's quite the opposite. In addition to celebrating Natural State Day, I'm proud to announce that Senator Bart Hester, who's here with us today, and Representative John Maddox are introducing new legislation that lays the groundwork for bringing lift access downhill mountain bike parks to Arkansas. A big day for our state. And I don't know if we told you this, but as sponsors of that legislation, we fully expect you to be some of the first to go up that lift and down that mountain. Brian will be there, and I'll be there with refreshments at the bottom. I know many people here today are excited for the MENA Trails project that we're working on. When finished, this trail will rival Aspen's Snowmass Bike Park in Colorado or Whistler Bike Park in British Columbia. And MENA will be opened year-round, cementing Arkansas' status of one of the best mountain biking destinations in the entire world. I'm also thrilled to announce that MENA will not be the only lift access bike park coming to Arkansas. Oz Trails Bike Park is coming to Bella Vista thanks to Tom and Stuart Walton and the Runway Group, who have taken mountain biking and outdoor recreation in our state to the next level. This is very exciting. We will be putting ourselves further and further on the map when it comes to this industry. Now, Brian is the mountain biker in our family, so he knows a lot more about this than I do. But think of it like a ski lift. Mountain bikers or hikers or sightseers start at the bottom of the mountain, take the chairlift to the top, and can go down trails without any of the uphill grunt work. This might even get me on a mountain bike. I use the term might because I still need to see that downhill part a little bit more before I venture out. But MENA's leaders have been working with the state and the U.S. Forest Service to develop this project for 4 years. When Brian started the Natural State Initiative, it took center stage. And now we will soon break ground on a project that will be transformational for MENA and the entire state of Arkansas. Arkansas tourism is at an inflection point. We are uniquely situated in the heartland to offer world-class hiking, biking, climbing, floating, boating, hunting, and fishing to millions of Americans. And because of our weather, even on a rainy day, it's something you can enjoy 365 days a year. My administration has been busy capitalizing on those advantages with the help of my husband and the Natural State Initiative he chairs. We are taking our message across the nation and the world and unapologetically making the case for why Arkansas is not only a great place to visit, it's the best place in America to live, to work, and to raise a family. Today is also about the outdoor companies here in our rotunda, many names and brands that all of us recognize and spent most of our childhood enjoying. Remington, Bass Cat, War Eagle Boats, Pradco Fishing, the Buffalo Outdoor Center, Mountain Harbor Resort, Gaston's, and many, many more that make our state the incredibly special place that it is. Their industry alone employs more than 40,000 people and contributes $4.5 billion a year to our state's economy. It's more than just tourism. It's a vast machine of people creating, making, building, and guiding folks into the outdoors. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your hard work and for making Arkansas the natural state and the best state in the country. Thank you so much for your hard work and for making each one of us proud. I'll now turn it over to my friend Clint Gaston to offer a few remarks.